So right here on select date range, I can click on Friday here and we're going to click on apply. And on Friday, you can see that there were 18 breakouts, 9 of them that ran for over 50%. So let's dissect every single one of these and go over if I would have taken the trade or if I would have skipped out on it or if I did skip out on it because I only took one trade on Friday. All right. So the first one right here is December 26th. CANF, you can see the ticker breakout level was 27 cents. The time the stock broke out was 725 and our max percentage gain that we could have got was 24%. You can also see free float. You can also see market cap. You can also see what country the stock is from. This is what I trade with every single day. This is how I track the data, and this is how I'm able to find the best take profit percentage. So up here at the top, out of these 18 trades, only 3 of them ran for 30%. Only 2 of them ran for 40%, right? Overall win rate would have only been 11%. Down here at the bottom, I have the option where I can type in a customized take profit percentage. So if I want to see how many of these stocks ran for, let's do 100%. All I got to do is type that in, hit enter, and we can see that none of the stocks ran for over 100% after they broke out on the 5-minute time frame. All right, so let's give an example here. CANF, 27 cent was the breakout level. Time the stock broke out was at 725. So let's switch over to Webull. Let's go to CANF. Right, and we're on the 5-minute time frame. We can see that the time the stock broke out is going to be 725. So if I zoom in here, you can actually see this is where our first red candle was on the 5-minute time frame. As soon as we get this pullback, we just take a horizontal line and draw it across this level. And we're waiting for a 5-minute candle to close above this level right here. That's exactly what we get on this candle right here, this 5-minute candle. Now, the way I used to trade is I used to just wait for this candle to close, and I would hit the buy button as soon as this candle closes, and I would try to enter. Now, unfortunately, what I found is after tracking 2,700 trades is that is not a profitable strategy. So if we come back over to the breakout dashboard, I know many of you guys just want to see the numbers, 2,700 trades. And out of those, only 45% ran for at least 15%. And that's with a 15% stop loss. So if you took every single trade with $100, which obviously you're going to miss out on some of those, but if you did, you'd be down $3,420. And for those of you that have a larger portfolio, man, you'd be down over $171,000 if you took every single one of these trades with a $5,000 position size. So it's probably in your best interest to not take those trades, right? So what I've been able to do is filter through all of the different variables that truly matter. So on the breakout dashboard, you can see that up here at the top, I track time of day, free float, market cap, did the next 1-minute candle close green, what day did the stock break out, what country the stock is from, how far the stock actually broke out above the breakout level, how much did it dip before it broke out, how much the stock was up when it broke out, the volume, I track the volume as well. So I track all of these different things whenever I'm putting in these variables. This takes me a couple hours per day in order to input all this information, but this is important because it gives me more confidence, and that's exactly why I do it, right? So let's take a look at CANF was the ticker down here. So let's go back to Friday. Boom. So CANF, would I have taken this trade? So if we come into CANF right here, we can see that this is the breakout at 725. That's exactly when we would have entered at the close of this candle. And if you would have entered, then ultimately you would have caught this big move. However, we know that that's not a net positive strategy. So instead, we would be looking for the green light special breakout. And the green light special breakout is when we switch over to the 1-minute time frame and we make sure the 1-minute time frame is aligned with this 5-minute candle breaking out. So this right here, closing above our breakout level, is very important for everybody that's trading on the 5-minute time frame. However, we want everybody that's trading on the 1-minute time frame to also jump on this bandwagon as well. So all we got to do is go over to the 1-minute time frame. I'm going to go to 1226 and we're going to go type in 725. We're going to click on OK. And then from there, we'll be able to see, okay, first 1-minute candle that was closing at 725. This is when the 5-minute candle is closing. That was trending green. And then this next one, ever so barely, closed green as well. As soon as we get this one to close green, what I found is this is the one that has the higher win rate percentage. You enter on this candle right here, and you ultimately go for this move up. Now, with that being said, did I take CANF is the question, because this one ultimately was a winner. I did not take CANF. And the reason why is because if we take a look at the country, go to profile, we can see that this company is from Israel. So if I go into my green light dashboard, and let's just go through and not just look at yesterday's date, but let's go all the way back to August 1st when I first started tracking this. Let it load. You can see I've tracked over 128 of these green light special breakouts with a free float below 50 million, market cap below 50 million. And then from there, if I go to country and I just put in other, so I track USA, Chinese, other, and then Canada. If I click on other and I click OK, you'll see that the win rate drops drastically. Overall, it's still a net positive strategy. It's not net negative at all. You have a higher win rate, but your win rate drops drastically compared to the United States. Your win rate for the USA stocks is going to be 72%. So I made the decision to not trade CANF because it was from Israel. And it was a Friday, and I was like, listen, I really don't want to start the day off with a stock that's from another country when I know overall, like, it's a profitable strategy, but it's nowhere near as profitable. So I wanted to be more patient. So overall, I did not take CANF. So let's go into the next one. Next one, we have YYGH. Market cap below 50 million, that's good. Free float below 50 million, that's good. But if we take a look at the country all the way over here on the right-hand side, again, YYGH is from another country. So if we take a look, let's go to YYGH, switch back over to the 5-minute time frame. Right, we zoom in, we can see that this stock has this level in after hours. So that's the level right here, 0.2359. This is when we break above right here at 8:35, and this is when the 5-minute candle closes. Now, if we switch over to the 1-minute time frame, you see that both of these 1-minute candles end up closing green. So overall, this was another winner. But if we go to profile, we can see that this stock is from Singapore. And again, I know that it's a profitable strategy, but overall my win rate dropped. So I decided to skip out on that one. Next one is going to be ECDA. Now, ECDA is a stock that's from the United States. We can see the country. We can see that the market cap was below 1 million and the free float was below 1 million. And then we come over here to, was the 1-minute candle trending green? And that answer was no. So on the 1-minute time frame, the 1-minute candle right here was not trending green into breakout. So I ended up skipping this one. Now, this one did set up as one of my other 6 setups that are profitable. And I got a little bit greedy. And let me just pull up ECDA and go over like when I wanted to play this one. So ECDA broke out right here. The 1-minute candle wasn't trending green on this breakout, so I ended up skipping it. Now, something that's very important when it comes to win rate, I can't give you all of the secret sauce here, but this next 5-minute candle closing green, all right, this sets up for some of my other setups here. So I'm still watching this one as we're going into market open. And right here, I'm telling the guys that I'm thinking about entering a position. I thought at market open, we were going to get a quick wick down. So I was going to put a limit order right here around 106. That's where I wanted it. But because typically at market open, we get a little bit of volatility. So I was like, we're going to get a wick down here, and then we're going to bounce, and then that's when the stock is going to make its move. Unfortunately, we didn't get that wick down. At market open, we immediately rocket up. We pull back right here. But at this point, I'm like, this would have already hit my take profit because I would have been going for 10 to 15%. So I didn't buy on this dip, and then this thing ends up ripping all the way up to a new high. So unfortunately, this one did set up as one of my 6 other setups, but I got greedy on this one. I wanted it at 105, 106 down here, and I didn't get that pullback at market open, which is kind of rare, to be honest. So I ended up missing out on that one. So for ECDA, on the original breakout, no, I wouldn't have traded it because the 1-minute candle wasn't trending green, even though it's from the United States. Now, next up is going to be SIDU. This broke out at 9:15 a.m. EST. If we take a look at the market cap here, the market cap was 50 million or between 50 to 200 million. So as soon as the market cap is above 50 million, there is actually a way to make that setup profitable if you filter and you look at a couple things. But typically, I try to skip out on as many of those as I possibly can, unless they set up as a green light special breakout. And SIDU did not. While the 1-minute candle was trending green into the breakout, the next 1-minute candle closed red, right? So I skipped out on that one. Now, next up is going to be PAVS. So PAVS breaks out at 10 a.m., all right? And this ends up being a winner as well. This stock is from the United States, but if we take a look at PAVS, yes, this first 1-minute candle was trending green, but the next 1-minute candle actually closed red. So this one actually ended up not being a green light special breakout. For MEHA, this was also from the United States, but the 1-minute candle was not trending green into the breakout. This is from the United States. Market cap was good, free float was good, but ultimately this stock did not give us a green light special breakout. So I skipped out on it. And fortunately for me, I did, because this one ended up only running for 4.9%. So I would have got dumped on right there. Now, next up is PCLA. PCLA broke out at 10:35 a.m. EST. The market cap was 10 to 50 million. The free float was 10 to 50 million. However, PCLA was from another country. This stock was from Japan, so I ended up skipping out on that one as well. So come to find out, the only trade that I ended up taking was DAIC down here at the bottom from the United States. Market cap between 10 to 50, free float between 10 to 50. The breakout level was 93 cents, so this was a lower stock, and I ended up getting caught. in a damn pamp and damp. So let's go into DAIC. This is the trade that I ended up taking on Friday. Friday ended up being a red day for me. However, I'm always going to take every single one of these fucking setups. So right here, this is where sometimes creating levels can be hard because we get this pop on very low volume. At the bottom here, you can see my custom dollar volume indicator right here. And on this pop right here, you can see that there's only $5,000 that flow through this candle. And then on this next candle, there's only $2,000. But nonetheless, we get this pop, and this is a level. And whenever you zoom out, what made me really want to use this level is this also is kind of the level where we got rejected at during the previous day on low volume as well. All right, so at market open, we get this big pop here on relatively low volume for market open. If we take a look at the dollar volume down here at the bottom, you can see it's only 207,000, right? Typically at market open, a lot of these stocks get over $1 million in volume on the 5-minute candle. But nonetheless, we get this pop above our breakout level here, and I get alerted on this one. And then from there, right here, we get halted. Now, these halts can be very tricky to play. However, if they end up being a green light special breakout, these can be very profitable. These can run for a lot. This is one of the ways that we can make the green light special breakout even more profitable, right? This is something I go over with my one-on-one students. So right here at 940, let's switch over to the 1 minute time frame and let's go to 940. And I'll give you exactly what I was thinking right here. So whenever I zoom in here on the 1 minute time frame, this is when we get halted. This counts as the first 5-minute candle closing. This is the 1 minute candle trending green into breakout. Now, only thing that I need for confirmation to enter this stock after it unhalts is I need one more 1 minute candle to close green. So we end up getting halted right here on this 9:45 a.m. candle. This closes green. I push it. I hit the buy button right here, and we make this pop up to 120. And then we start to pull back. And then this candle right here kind of goes up and down a little bit. And then ultimately, we end up getting smacked right here at that level, and it ends up pulling back. And my stop loss was down here at this level. It ends up kicking me out and then bouncing back up, but then ultimately it ends up taking a crap. So I ended up using a 20% stop loss on that one. So Friday ended up being a red day for me. Now, going back and taking a look at this trade, if I just take a look at my data and I go, all right, on this green light special breakout for the stocks from the USA with this market cap, with this free flow, if I continue to take this exact setup on a long enough time horizon, is this going to be profitable for me? More than likely, yes, because it has been profitable historically speaking. So historically, I know it's profitable. So more than likely, I just got to keep taking these setups. It was unfortunate that this ended up being a loser. However, I'm not going to change my strategy. Was my execution good? Yes or no? Yes, it was good, which means I just need to take this setup again. And when I take this setup again, probably next time it's going to be a winner because I know I have the data that backs it up. All right. So if you guys want to start trading with that data, if you guys have a larger portfolio with over $5,000 bare minimum, and you want to be my one-on-one student, get access to my dashboards, all of my 6 setups with over a 70% plus win rate, then click the link down below, book a call with your boy, and I'll see if you're a good fit. All right. Y'all boys have a good weekend. Deuces.